Welcome to the scheduled sign-die meeting of January 3rd, 2023 of the Township of Washington Township Council. Adequate notice of the meeting was given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act by the Township Clerk to at least 2 newspapers, December 19th, 2022, and this notice has been posted on the Township Bulletin Board and on the Township website. Please notify the Municipal Clerk for any disability requirements necessary for attendance at council meetings. The fire exits are located through the double doors to your right and through the door on your left. Please silence all cell phones. Salutes to the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio.
Here.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Here.
Councilman Sears.
Here.
Councilwoman Velez.
Here.
Council President Morgan.
Here. Let the record reflect also in attendance Mayor Calamari, Township Administrator DiCarlo, Township Attorney Poller, and Township Clerk Witkowski. We have no approval of minutes. I have some individual resolutions. Resolution number 22-421, authorize 2022 transfer of appropriations for $44,598. Excuse me, may I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Okay, consent agenda. Resolution number 22-416, resolution number 22-417, resolution number 22-418, resolution number 22-419, resolution number 22-420. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Okay, we're going to adjourn to the 2023 reorganization meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Our next regular meeting of the Township Council will be Tuesday, January 17th, 2023, beginning at 7:30 p.m.
Okay, you ready?
Here.
Yep. Welcome to the scheduled reorganization meeting of January 3rd, 2023 of the Township of Washington Township Council. Adequate notice of the meeting was given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act by the Township Clerk to at least 2 newspapers, December 19th. And this notice has been posted on the Township Bulletin Board and on the Township website. Please notify the Municipal Clerk for any disability requirements necessary for attendance at council meetings. The fire exits are located through the double doors to your right and through the door on your left. Please silence all cell phones. Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilwoman Morgan.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Let the record reflect also in attendance Mayor Calamari, Township Administrator DiCarlo, Township Attorney Poller, and Township Clerk Witkowski. The invocation tonight will be said by Monsignor Peter from St. John's in Hillsdale, as Father Ray has notified us today that he is ill. So Monsignor Peter was gracious enough to volunteer and come in and just do a little invocation for us. So if you would like, do you want to do at the podium or would you like a handheld mic?
It's time here.
You're okay there?
If that's
Thank you
okay.
very much.
So first of all, thank you to each and every one of you for this very kind invitation. I'm honored to be here this evening and honored by those phone calls that went this afternoon around, because I think they recognize that as we begin this new year for you as a township and for us as a community, it's important to pause for a moment and give praise to Almighty God. So let us pray now that the good Lord, God of creation of our lives, will truly bless you and bless all of us. Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty and ever-living God, as we gather here this evening here in our Township of Washington, we give thanks and praise to Almighty God for the gift of your lives, for the gift of our lives, for all we have, for all the blessings of this past year. We pray in this moment for all those who have left us during this past year, all the residents of Washington Township who are not with us anymore, and we hope that they are in the eternal peace with you, our loving and eternal God. We give you thanks and praise for all those who, in the beginning of this new year, are far away from their homes, especially those who are serving our country in faraway places, and those who are dedicating themselves to the service of others. We thank you for bringing us together. Bless us, bless all of our loved ones, bless our families, bless this township, and allow us to work for common good each and every day of our lives as we receive this new year, 2023, as a great blessing from you, our loving and eternal God. We thank you also for those who are in any way in need, and all those brothers and sisters who need our assistance during this new year. And we ask you to bless our township in each and every way. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Okay, at this time, I'd like to ask for any nominations in election of the council president.
Nomination.
Nominate Desiree Martin.
Second.
Are there any other nominations? Having said none, roll call will be Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilwoman Morgan,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Now I'd like to administer the oath of office to you, please. And I'm going to hand the gavel over to you again. I, Desiree Morgan,
I, Desiree Morgan,
do solemnly, do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of
and the Constitution of
the State of New
the
Jersey,
State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I do solemnly swear
and that I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
all the duties of
Council
Council President
in the Township of Washington,
in the Township of Washington,
in the County of Bergen,
in the County of Bergen,
in the State of New Jersey,
in the State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay. And now, Madam President, off to you.
Okay, it's very hot in here.
I know, I don't know what, I thought I don't know if we can open the front door or anything.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to, yeah. So may I have a nomination and election of council vice president?
I nominate Steve Casio.
Stacy.
All right, one at a time.
Steve, I believe I heard first.
I'll second that.
That was by Tom. Is there a second on Steve Casio?
Steve, second.
I second myself.
Is there any other nominations?
Stacy.
That's motion by by Councilwoman Velez. Any seconds?
I'll second.
Okay, Mr. Pollard.
Yeah,
Hello.
okay, so the first nomination was Dr. Casio.
Mhm.
So you'll take a vote on Dr. Cassio.
Okay,
If he doesn't get 3 votes, then you'll move on to the second nomination.
okay. All right, Councilman Cassio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
No.
Councilwoman Morgan,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
No.
Okay, so then, Mr. Paulo, by what you said, Councilman Cassio is vice president.
That's correct.
Okay. Okey doke. Now I will,
What to go for?
I'll switch and go this way. All right, left hand up, right hand on the Bible, please. Left hand up, right hand on the Bible. There you go. Your other left.
There you go.
Your other left. I, Stephen Cassio,
I, Stephen Cassio,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United
of
States
the United States
and the Constitution of
and the Constitution of
the State of New Jersey,
the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and
and
allegiance
allegiance
to the
to
same
the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I do solemnly swear
and I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
all the duties of
Council Vice President in the Township of
the
Washington,
Township of Washington,
in the County of
County of
Bergen,
Bergen,
in the State of New Jersey, according to the best of my
to the
ability.
best of my ability.
So help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So if you would please kindly sign those two. And then just read them. You can do these later. You sign these. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Good thing you were tied today.
I'm sorry.
Is there a way to turn this down?
We tried. Do we know if I open that front door, will that set an alarm off or anything? Can we try?
Put it on.
That's the only way to, I think, get cooler air in here, because these windows were, oh, yeah, right, okay.
Haven't used. They didn't open at one time.
Okay, I'm gonna break the handle.
It might be locks.
Oh, yeah. They just haven't been done in so many years. What do you think?
No, I think they're paper shirt.
It's okay. Let's just keep it moving. We'll do it on the break.
A little bit.
Did it open more? Thank you.
We can do it on the break. I'm sorry. I'm just really uncomfortable.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, so, Mr. Mayor, comments?
Thank you.
Yep.
Good evening, everyone. As part of my preparation of each year's annual report, I look back at the one from the previous year, and last year it started off with COVID. While last year I was explaining the reasons for closing Town Hall, this year I'm happy to report that COVID seems to be under control. Another piece of unfinished business from last year's report is the acquisition of 450 Pascack Road. Over 3 acres of property adjacent to any town's flagship field has not come available very often.
Oh, no, that was me. It's okay.
Again, we have an opportunity that will come up only once. If we let this opportunity pass us by, the property will be developed at some point and gone forever. I ask the residents to express their support to the council for the purchase of the property, as was shown during the acquisition of the swim club property, and respectfully ask the council to consider authorizing funding for the purchase. Like the swim club property, this is something that will benefit the residents of the township for many generations to come. As a point of reference, should the property be developed, total property taxes on a property with improvements valued at $1 million is little over $22,000, and the local municipal share of that amount is just a little over $5,000. WCTV. Their coverage of all the events in town is second to none. They are all volunteers, and I appreciate all the work they do in their coverage. Road program. The 2022 road program has been completed. We also worked with Westwood in applying for and receiving grant money to pave Lafayette Avenue. That project has also been successfully completed. The county has postponed paving the entire length of Pascack Road until later this year. Intersection. The project continues to move along and is now expected to be completed in the spring. Police Department. Working in conjunction with the school system, the department now has special officers in all the schools in the township. I'm sorry, I should say all the public schools in the township. The school district is reimbursing the town for the expense of the officers. The department successfully renovated their dispatch center. The long overdue radio upgrade to the county system was successfully executed by members of the department. The accreditation process is well underway, and the week-long Junior Police Academy was held with 54 students. Recreation. All our programs have rebounded nicely since COVID now seems to be under control. We are experiencing record signups for almost every program. We also started a new program, Fun with Art. It had a sizable number of enrollments for a first-time program. I want to thank all the coaches and other volunteers who work so hard and take the time to help out with these programs. Seniors. The Golden Seniors Organization is made up of an excellent group of people. They're always looking to welcome new members. If you are 60 or older and are interested in joining them, please contact Jim Joyce at 201-664-6725 or via email at jjjoyce, that's 3 J's, at optonline.net. You'll be happy you did. Ambulance Corps. Now that the old firehouse has been raised, they look forward to operating from the new Emergency Services Building, and they hope that the new building will spark interest in people to join the Corps. Remember that membership is vital for them to continue to serve the community. The Corps would like me to announce their list of officers for 2023. President Bob Ehrlers, Vice President Bob Fox, Secretary Denise Burns, Trustees Eugene Greco, Nick Thies, and Frank Osmond, Captain Trevor Landau, and Lieutenants Larry DeVino and Christine Murphy. I thank all the members for dedicating their time and talent in providing this vital service to the residents of the township. Fire Department. 2022 was a challenging but special year also as well for the department. On June 2nd, they responded to a report of a fire at the Memorial Field House. Also in June, the department retired the 1987 ladder truck 41. The truck served the department and the residents well. On July 27th, they took delivery of new tower ladder 41. On August 4th, the department lost ex-chief Bill Mall. On August 12th, they responded to the house fire on Pascack Road, a job well done by Chief Guger and members of the department. On the same weekend, the department dealt with an electrical fire as a garage content fire. During the months of September and October, the department moved into their new headquarters. On October 19th, the department lost another ex-chief and ex-director, Rick Guger. For the year, they responded to multiple alarm calls, vehicle crashes, extrications, brush fires, and house fires. The department did an outstanding job last year and is ready for the new year ahead. And as a reminder, to regularly change the batteries in your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. New Emergency Services Building. The building is mostly complete, and the fire department is now operating from it. The old firehouse is fully demolished, and the area is well on its way to being paved so the ambulance corps can move into their new home and operate from it. We will also be restoring commuter parking at the site. Township website and Facebook pages. Our official township social media, emergency, community alert platform, and web enhanced pages continue to offer our residents up-to-the-minute details on breaking news, launching of new programs, and always providing helpful direct links to aid in enhancing communication for residents. When searching for answers to commonly asked questions, residents may utilize all official town forms of social media, including our resident inquiry form, or simply by calling Town Hall at 201-664-4404. In 2022, with funding from the council, our communication coordinators added a new Facebook page for our public affairs, recreation, and parks departments to better segregate and highlight the department's announcements and family fun events. As always, we invite residents to become familiar with utilizing these helpful tools and welcome your feedback as we grow and improve our communication channels for all residents. Please note that any other websites and/or social media pages that may display photos or official logos of the township are not town-sponsored and therefore should not be used as sources of official information. DPW. With the addition of 2 new garbage trucks and a new backhoe, they executed another successful leaf pickup program without having to store leaves at Cherry Field. The department is responsible for all township-owned properties, including but not limited to all the parks and fields, town hall, snow plowing, and leaf collection, just to name a few. They also assist with many of the events held in town by the Public Affairs Department. DPW building. We will continue to move the new building along as quickly, but also as responsibly as possible to get the staff the facility they deserve to continue to do their jobs as efficiently as possible. Library. The library continued to work through various COVID challenges at the beginning of the year, but gradually extended hours and services until all pre-pandemic levels were reached this past summer. The library saw several building upgrades and service changes that Laura will review when she does her annual presentation to the council in February. Another one of our long-serving board members, Jacqueline Herbeck, is leaving the board. We will miss her knowledge and guidance. We wish her well. Filling her seat will be Dr. Robert Slitzen, who has been my alternate member on the board. Office of Emergency Management. This department, led by OEM Coordinator Sergeant Rio Fasciano and assisted by Deputy Coordinator Police Officer Clayton Kenny, had another busy year with managing storms and storm recovery. They work directly with FEMA and the grant writer to recover available funding for the township when a federal disaster has been declared. OEM protects the community by coordinating and integrating all activities necessary to build, sustain, and improve the capability to mitigate against, prepare for, respond to, and recover from threatened or actual natural disasters, acts of terrorism, or other man-made disasters. In 2022, OEM also seamlessly transitioned the township's public notification system from SwiftReach to Nixle. Nixle will provide our residents with better awareness and notification of emergencies and/or general public information. Signal at exit 168. The New Jersey Turnpike Authority has yet to get back to us with the results of their study regarding a signal at the exit. Airplane noise. The mayors of the Pascack Valley Mayors Association requested the TANIC board give us 1 seat to represent the residents of the Pascack Valley. That request was unfortunately denied. We will continue to work as partners to reduce the noise over the residential areas of the Pascack Valley by planes approaching Teterboro Airport. On behalf of the staff and the township, on behalf of the staff of the township and myself, we wish you all a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. I'm going to read a little bit of a PSA mixed in with my comments. New community alert system. Receive community information instantly. Sign up at nixle.com. Nixle replaces SwiftReach. Washington Avenue, Pascack intersection. Construction is slated to run through December. Sorry if some of this is a repeat to what the mayor just said. It should have been read earlier. Construction is slated to run through December. Work hours are 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. Motorists are advised to avoid the intersection if possible and expect some delays during these times. For the latest updates on road closures and new bus routes, please monitor the police department and township social media postings. For specific plan details, please visit our website. Kindergarten registration for 2023-2024 has begun. A child residing in the township who will be 5 years old on or before October 1st, 2023 is eligible to enter kindergarten in September of 2023. Please visit our website for further information. 2023 pet license renewals have been mailed out. To avoid a late fee, please register your pet by January 31st. Christmas trees will be picked up at the curb starting January 6th and will last about 2 weeks. There is no set schedule for pickup. The DEP reminds us this time of year that it is not permissible to dispose of Christmas trees through open burning or bonfires or throwing it in the lake. The next council meeting will be held on Tuesday, January 17th at 7:30 p.m. Our Washington Township Ambulance Corps is looking for volunteers. If you are interested, please call WTVAC headquarters at 201-664-3784, and they will get back to you. I just want to talk a little bit, excuse me, about my role here and how I see spending. I hope over the year that I've been council president and vocal, I have not given the impression that I do not want to spend. That is not the case, or that I'm looking not to move the township forward. That's not the case. I think absolutely we need to move the town forward. We have to do it with responsible stewardship. We are the keepers of the money that the taxpayers pay, and I don't take that role lightly at all. So although, yes, we do need to move the town forward, and you always need to spend in municipalities, I get that. I think we need to pace ourselves. I think we need to spend responsibly and where we get the biggest impact for our money. And like I said, I think the biggest takeaway that you will get from me and how I vote is pace yourself, pace yourself, pace yourself. We have plenty of time to buy things. I would prefer to improve properties we already own before buying others and then figuring out what to do with it later on. So that is how I will continue to proceed as I move forward. That's how I vote. And I just feel that it's consistent with my beliefs as a taxpayer, whether I'm sitting up here or sitting over there, I would feel the same way. And so listening, to people on the council, sometimes we do argue, and that's a good thing. We're not all groupthink, and it may sound a little bit, it may get a little hairy up here sometimes, but I think that what you see is just differences of opinions, and we're just hashing it out. So that is transparency, the good, the bad, the ugly, and unfortunately, you're going to see more of it this year because we are all individual thinkers. So that being said, Council Vice President, do you have comment?
Sure. I'm going to keep it brief because obviously.
And Happy New Year. I'm sorry. Happy New Year, everyone.
Pete and Desiree has said a lot, and there's really not a lot to add. We're here to make the township the best it possibly can be. Again, we do have difference of opinions sometimes, but I think in the end, we all come together and try and do what's right for the town that we can justify to ourselves and sleep with at night. So again, I want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. Let's make a fresh slate for the year and get some things accomplished this year. Not that we haven't got stuff accomplished in the last couple of years. We've done very well, I think. But again, I'm looking forward to working with each and every one of my colleagues up here and working with the residents of the Township of Washington. Thank you.
Thank you. Council comments. Who do I go to now? Councilwoman Feeney?
You're muted.
Thank you. I just want to say Happy New Year. I also want to say the holiday meal program was a success. We delivered over 117 meals, I believe, this Christmas and Thanksgiving and holiday season. And thank you very much to the Veterans Association for participating. It was very nice to have them join our efforts and looking to continue this throughout the year. So that should be coming out soon, hopefully. In regards to the upcoming year, definitely looking forward to a productive year with council and also to make the best progress we can in town, which sometimes is not always at the most prudent times, but when opportunities come, we must take advantage of them. And I think that needs to be evident in the way the council moves forward, that some of these opportunities that we're presented with will not come again in the future. And that needs to be made clear along with future plans. Looking forward to productive budget season. Unfortunately, with inflation, price of gas, price of materials, and supply chain shortages, we will be having to make decisions that will impact all residents in order to keep the town moving forward and to be able to provide our residents with the best service possible. we do have obligations to our police department, to the contracts under our DPW, and to our employees to make sure that they are available to us at all times when we need them, overtime and other services that we need in town. And looking forward also to some great opportunities coming up this year. So again, looking forward to working well with council and of course the administration and the mayor to bring all these plans to fruition that we all have, and the positive attitude that's happening tonight. I'd love to see to keep moving forward the rest of the year. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Sears.
Thank you, Council President. Happy New Year to all the residents. Just a reminder and a thought as this council goes forward, we are responsible to this community. We are responsible for the money that we spend, the properties we buy, and how we deal with each other. I hope going forward this year, we do make clear decisions. We do have clear information to make these decisions, which is important. And I respect every person on this dais, mayor, council. We all have our opinions, and I think we all have the township at heart. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Councilman Sears. Councilwoman Velez.
Thank you, Council President. Happy New Year to all our residents. It's been an exciting year for me, new to the position. I've learned a lot along the way, including, the process of responsibly spending. From the public affairs standpoint, we have grown the department with the support of the mayor and all the volunteers on the public affairs department team. We've grown the department. We've gone from 5 events to now 15 events, responsibly spending that money. But it does take money to get these events on the books. It does take money to bring these opportunities to our residents who are paying taxes. So while we need to responsibly spend money, we also need to give people what they're here for. And that includes our fields. So I really look forward to developing the swim club property. I am in favor of taking that grant. So I hope the council makes a smart decision in doing so. And since 450 Pascack came up, one of the pleasures this year when it comes to sports is watching the girls softball championship, girl versus township girl versus another township girl team. We need the fields. We need the fields, and if it goes to development, we're not going to see that opportunity again. So I really hope that the council works towards developing our community responsibly. And sometimes, as Councilwoman Feeney said, the opportunities arise, and that's when you have to take them. So I look forward to what 2023 has to offer. I wish happiness upon our residents. This is a great community. I'm so proud to be a part of it, and I really look forward to moving it ahead. Once again, I want to thank the volunteers. They, with public affairs and everything, in between, even those residents that came out for the Ukrainian drive back in March. That's what makes Township such an amazing community to be a part of. And I want to thank the mayor once again for being so supportive of all my endeavors in the public affairs department, and as well as everybody's support on the dais whenever I had a question or concern or not sure exactly how everything operated. So thank you all for being supportive of me, new to the team. Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you, Councilwoman Velez. Okay, we have some mayor appointments for directors.
No director.
Oh, no directors. Thought it said we did. Oh, it says none. Okay. Mayor appointments with consent of council.
Thank you.
Sorry, yes.
Please be advised that I am respectfully submitting the following citizens for the positions set forth below, subject to your advice and consent. For Municipal Court Judge, Honorable Anthony Galena, term expiring December 31st, 2025. Alternate Municipal Court Judge, Honorable Richard Brady, term expiring December 31st, 2023. And Library Board Trustee, Dr. Robert Slyson, term expiring December 31st, 2027.
Mayor, because the judge is here, would you like me to swear him in, or do you want to swear him in now?
Would you like to be sworn in, Judge? Yeah, let's do it. It's a nice thing.
You gotta,
Hold on a second.
Oh, wait a minute,
You
that's
gotta do
right, you
consent.
need to be sworn in.
The municipal judge gets sworn
You're right.
by this-
Not by the town.
That's right, I forgot, my mistake. Sorry, Judge. Thank you, Mr. Power. He's gonna be sworn in by the court. Superior Court. Yes,
Okay.
Superior Court Judge, you're right.
Okay.
Sorry, it would have been my honor to do so.
Yeah, mine too. So.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ken.
Sometimes he has to rain on our parade.
He did, I was reading, he did all these, right? Yeah. Okay. So Mayor, you have additional appointments?
Yes, thank you again. Please be advised that I am appointing the following citizens for the positions set forth below. Planning Board Class 2 member, Vladimir Wojo Aransky, term expiring December 31st, 2023. Planning Board Class 4, Leonardo Sabino, term expiring December 31st, 2027. Recycling coordinators, we have 2, Dina Tarabokia, term expiring December 31st, 2023, and Daryl Escoldi, term expiring December 31st, 2023. Risk management consultant, Vic Fedini representative, Vic Fedini Insurance, term expiring December 31st, 2023. Advisory Board of Health, Jeremy Levy, filling the balance of an unexpired term that will end December 31st, 2024. Vicky Beck to a new term expiring December 31st, 2026. And Victoria Traus, a new term also expiring December 31st, 2026.
Were there recreation?
Recreation, not yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. And I believe you have additional appointments. as
Yeah,
well.
they're broken up here, so I just kind of take a pause in between.
Okay.
Please be advised that having received the recommendation and endorsement for the appointment of the following person from the Director of Law, I am hereby approving the appointment of the following person to the office listed below. Bonding attorney, Robert Beinfeld Esquire of Hawkins, Delafield, and Wood, LLP. Office position bond counsel, term expiring December 31st, 2023. Please be advised, having received the recommendation and endorsement for the appointment of the following person from the Director of Engineering, I am hereby approving the appointment of the following person to the office and position listed below. Kevin J. Boswell, P.E., Boswell Engineering, office and position Township Engineer, term expiring December 31st, 2023. I am hereby approving the appointment of the following person to the office listed below. Raymond Wiss Esquire, of firm Wiss and Borgi, P.C., Office Special Labor Counsel, term expiring December 31st, 2023. And for the municipal prosecutor, Mark D. Maria Esquire, term expiring December 31st, 2023. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, council resolutions relating to certain appointments. Resolution number 23-101, award of contract of bonding attorney to Robert H. Beinfeld Esquire, Hawkins, Delafield, and Wood, LLP. May I have a motion?
so moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney. Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Resolution number 23-102, award of contract to Township Engineer Kevin J. Boswell, Boswell Engineering.
So moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney. Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Resolution number 23-103, appointment of Special Labor Counsel Raymond Wiss, Esquire of Wiss and Borgi.
So moved.
I'll second. Sue, roll call, please.
Councilman Casio.
No.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Resolution number 23-104, acknowledgement of appointment of Township Attorney Kenneth Poller.
So moved.
I'll second. Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Resolution number 23-105, acknowledgement of appointment of Municipal Prosecutor Mark D. Maria, Esquire. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call, please.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes.
The next one's gonna be on hold.
Okay.
We didn't get an alternate yet, did we?
No,
No.
it'll be next meeting.
Okay.
Last year.
We can do this even though it wasn't sworn in, right? The next one, resolution. Resolution number 23-107, appointment of municipal judge, Honorable Anthony Galena.
So moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call, please.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Okay. Did we do this one? Yes. Resolution number 23-108, appointment of alternate municipal judge, Honorable Richard Brady.
So moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Resolution number 23-109, appointment of member, Library Board of Trustee, Dr. Robert Slikson.
So moved.
Second.
Sorry if I messed up that name. So sorry. Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Okay, and the mayor has announcements for the 2023 fire department officers.
Thank you again.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's my pleasure to announce the 2023 Fire Department officers. Chief Jason Guger, Deputy Chief Zachary Myros, Battalion Chief Frank Aiello, Captain Christopher Campo, First Lieutenant Chris Meyer, Second Lieutenant Ty Stutzer, Third Lieutenant Keith Mahoney, and Fourth Lieutenant Peter Insetta. Thank you again.
Thank you. Okay. So we're going to move to council appointments for nomination of representative to Planning Board Class 3.
I nominate
Sears.
Stacy.
Here we go again. I heard a Mr. Sears and I heard Stacy. Mr. Poller?
Well, first of all, the nomination, and, okay, so did you have a nomination, and a second for the nomination?
We have a
I'll second.
tie runner.
I'll second. The
Okay.
first one was which one, Steve? I'll second Steve. Or vote. Or was it Sears? Who
No,
was that?
Tom.
Mr. Sears? Okay,
I
Mr. Sears.
nominated Stacy.
I seconded mine first. I seconded.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I think the first one, who was the first one? I thought the Councilwoman Velez made the first nomination. I heard her voice first. But, you guys are closer, but I heard her voice
All right,
first,
so
yes?
Well, I said nomination.
Right, yeah. So you should take a vote on that when it was seconded. And if there's not three, then you move to the next one.
All right, so we had Councilwoman Feeney was motioned by Councilwoman Velez.
Right.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. And then we have a nomination for Councilman Sears. Right, there was a motion by
Me.
Councilman Casio.
And I'll second.
Okay. All right, so we go back to Councilwoman Feeney. I'm sorry. I was trying to keep it straight.
Mhm.
Yes, roll call.
So can I have roll call? Yep.
Councilman Casio,
This is for,
this is for a planning board class 3, 1-year term.
For
Oh, Stacy, I'm sorry.
for Stacy? Okay, no.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
No.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
No.
All right, so we have 3 noes and 2 yeses on that one.
So move on, you have to move on.
Yep, I'm gonna move on to the next one. All right, so Councilman Sears, we have a motion by Councilman Casio and seconded by Council President Morgan. Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yeah.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
No.
Council President Morgan.
Yes.
All right, we have 3 yeses and 2 noes on that one. So, Mr.
Okay,
Fowler.
so the 3 yeses is the appointment.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate your help. Okay, so now you have a resolution.
Okay, resolution number 23-110, Planning Board Class 3, Council Representative, Council Member Tom Sears. May I have a motion?
So me.
Well, you already.
Oh, we-
It's already done.
This is the same thing.
This is
did
the
it.
resolution, though, no?
There is a resolution now, Ken.
All right, okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
I want to say, it'd be interesting to have a different vote on the resolution than the vote. But go ahead.
It does seem redundant, but
It does seem redundant.
we're going to go formality. So I will
Second.
second.
Okay, Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
No.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
No.
Council President Morgan.
Yes.
Okay. Councilman Sears, would you like the oath of office administered? Or do you want to come to my office and do it?
We have to
What's
come
best?
to your office
Okay.
so we can expedite the meeting tonight.
Okay.
Resolution number 23-111, appointment of Public Defender John M. Cozy Esquire.
So moved.
Second.
So roll call, please.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Resolution number 23-112, appointment of alternate public defender Salvador Sclafani Esquire.
So moved.
I'll second. Sue, roll call, please.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Resolution number 23-113, appointment of Registrar of Vital Statistics Susan Lukowski.
So moved.
I'll second. Sue, roll call, please.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Okay, consent agenda, all of the following items?
Individual, you have an individual.
None. It says none.
No, you have a new agenda.
Oh. Do you guys have the new one?
No, I only have these two.
1 second.
Right.
Okay, no worries.
I emailed it to you today.
Oh, yes, I saw that.
Those will give you the hard copy and I
Okay.
put
Thank
the other
you.
things with that, I'm sorry.
No.
It's okay. I saw it.
Thank you.
was my bad.
No worries. It's okay.
That's the add-on today.
Oh, okay. Okay, we have an individual resolution, resolution number 23-135, establishing 2023 temporary budget appropriation. May I have a motion?
So, second.
I'm sorry, who motioned?
Daisy.
Thank you.
Sue, roll call, please.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
And Council President Morgan.
Yes. Okay, now we'll move to consent agenda.
Yes, sorry
This
about
is
that.
the same moving?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll take mine. Thank you. All right, all the following items,
No, nothing's changed.
all the following items have been determined to have unanimous consent of council and will be enacted in one motion. Should any item require independent consideration, any council member may have such item removed from the consent agenda for independent consideration. Does anyone have any resolutions they'd like removed for discussion?
Make a motion, we approve.
Okay. Resolution number 23-11, huh?
Second.
He
Second.
said to approve. We're going to just approve it in one fell sweep?
That's
Okay.
what it was.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
then, second. All right.
And I think, like you were doing, potentially, you should read each one of these.
That's why,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
what the number is and what it is, I think you should go through those.
what the number is and what it is, I wasn't doing that. I was just doing the number prior.
I know that,
You want to do the whole thing? You'd prefer I read it out?
only because it's reorganization, and these are things that the kind of the papers pick up on and
Okay.
stuff like that. So I feel like they're not long, so.
Okay,
Although I don't want to do it, a normal, the normal way, but this is just for reorganization purposes.
all right, so I'll break them, I'll do it one
Yeah,
by
just
one.
read the resolution number, what it is, resolution number, what it is.
Okay, I'll go
You
one
have a
line by
motion,
line.
You have a motion, you have a second, and after you read it, you'll take your vote.
Okay,
okay.
perfect, yep.
Okay.
Resolution number 23-114, designating time and place of 2023 council meetings. Resolution number 23-115, designating official newspapers for 2023. Resolution number 23-116, authorized canceling small balances. Resolution number 23-117, designating cash management plan. Resolution number 23-118, authorized fixing rate of interest for delinquent taxes. Resolution number 23-119, authorize the tax collector to organize and participate in an electronic tax sale in 2023. Resolution number 23-120, confirmation of change funds. Resolution number 23-121, authorized change in custodian of petty cash fund. Resolution number 23-122, authorized shared services for Hillsdale Child Health Conference Services. Resolution number 23-123, authorize interlocal service agreement for Police Department Mutual Aid and Rapid Deployment Force. Resolution number 23-124, authorize Fire Department Mutual Aid Agreement. Resolution number 23-125, affirmation of civil rights policy. Resolution number 23-126, designation of public agency compliance officer. Resolution number 23-127, authorized tonnage grant application and designating recycling coordinator for said application. Resolution number 23-128, authorize the township administrator to administer all applications, vouchers, and documentation relative to Bergen County Community Development Block Grants submitted in year 2023. Resolution number 23-129, appointment of wastewater collection system operator. Resolution number 23-130, acknowledged certification of compliance with the U.S. Equal Opportunity Commission enforcement guidance of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Resolution number 23-131, authorize the police department to participate in the Defense Logistics Agency Law Enforcement Support Office 1033 program. Resolution number 23-132, authorize 2023 towing services. Resolution number 23-133, adoption of form required to be used for the filing of notices of tort claims against the Township of Washington in accordance with the provisions of the New Jersey Tort Claims Act, NJSA 59-8-6. Resolution number 23-134, authorize request for qualification RFQ for grant writer for year 2023.
Desiree, can I ask Mr. Pollard one question?
Sure.
Mr. Pollard, on 130, 133, what form were they using prior to that for torts? In the township?
It was not uniform. Everybody was using, there was a different forms. I think they were trying to uniform them, make them uniform.
Okay, so they're just,
They're allowed to prescribe them.
okay.
This
That's all.
came from JIF, actually.
Yes, I read it and I didn't know what they were using prior to that. They weren't following.
In order for anyone to sue a municipality for a tort, like an accident or a fall down or something, there has to be a notice of claim form filed ahead of time. And they came out with this form that they're authorized to do now. So that's why we're just putting this form in.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Can I have a roll call?
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Okay, general public comment. We're going to have the 5-minute time limit for this. To participate in the general public comment portion of the meeting, please click on the link below to join the webinar. If by phone, *9 to raise your hand, *6 to unmute. Each person wishing to address the council shall give his or her name and home address for the record. And we ask that only one person speak at a time with a 5-minute limit. Speakers are to direct all questions to the council president. All members of the public and council are expected to conduct themselves in a proper manner. Any derogatory, abusive, or threatening statements will not be permitted, and the council president will immediately rule such conduct out of order and terminate any further comments. I have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is there anyone that would like to come up?
Good afternoon, good evening, Michael Lynn. Happy New Year to all of you. 2 Clark Ave. Just following up on a line of questions or comments I made last meeting about the change orders. And, acknowledging that Mayor Calamari indicated he did not present them to the council based on his misunderstanding of the, I guess, laws or regulations, that it was only if it was exceeding the funded amount, I believe, was Mayor Calamari's comments. And then Attorney Pollard indicated that he reached out to the auditor to check on things, and there was all this discussion to clean this up. I guess my question is, the 2021 audit was issued on June 20th, 2022. That audit, which I'm sure if it was issued on June 20th, was discussed prior to that. But if we even use that date as a point of reference, there's a comment. Our audit indicates change orders modifying the original contract awards were not always approved in the official minutes. It is recommended that all change orders modifying the original contract award be approved by the Township Council and included in the official minutes. So to me, the auditors back in June raised this issue. I guess I'm at a loss. We have a CFO, we have an auditor, we have a council, We have a mayor, an administrator. We have a lot of people who have responsibilities, a fiduciary responsibility. You know, you all talked in your opening comments about how important it is to speak on behalf of the residents. And, you know, this goes completely unchecked. So I guess my question is, who is responsible? You know, I didn't hear any discussion of the CFO. You know, where is the CFO in this? Is he just signing off on these bills? Because I believe he signs off on every list of bills that there's money available. And he should be aware, especially if it's written up in an audit, that he has to bring this to the council. So my question is, why is Mr. Poller, who, you know, it's great that he wants to speak to the auditor, but where is the CFO? Where are people who have that responsibility? Where is their action? You know, where is your action? And it's just a bit frustrating that, you know, we're pushed through a couple of $100,000 in change orders just so we didn't get an audit exception for the second year in a row. And so that's my comment. I really think that we need tighter controls in the financial department. You know, this is just, it's really unacceptable. I mean, you know, the mayor can accept the blame and can shoulder the blame, and that's great that he's willing to do that, but it's not his responsibility. We have a CFO who has responsibility, and he's clearly not doing his job. And that would be my comment on that. The only other thing I have a question on.
1 minute left, Mr. Ullman.
Thank you. Has the disposition of the old ladder been resolved, or is it on GovBid or whatever that service is? Are we selling it? And then two things. The lights on the pathway, when you walk in, there's only one of 5 working. That was a pet peeve of mine with Mr. Tovo, and it continues. And then the last is the damaged sidewalk on the front. You know, did we have any retainage with the contractor, and is that going to be repaired? I can't imagine that sidewalk is more than a year old and it's already cracked. So is there an issue with the workmanship? Is there an issue with the type of concrete that was poured, that it can't handle the loads? But something should be done, because after less than a year to have a damaged sidewalk, a cracked sidewalk, seems a little absurd. Thank you.
I appreciate it. I believe we talked about the sidewalk cracking. Do you remember, Mr. DiCarlo? I believe you were here for that, weren't you? Or was that Mr. Tovo's time?
I'm sorry, ma'am. That's news to me.
Do you guys recall that we talked about the sidewalk cracking? Tom, I believe.
The pavement in front of the firehouse, the
That's
cracking.
what we talked about.
Yeah, that's what he's talking. That's what you're.
No,
he's talking
Oh, you're talking about out here?
Oh, yeah, here.
Oh, no, that I'm not
sure
aware
what
of.
he's
I don't know.
Which sidewalk?
Okay.
he's referring
So you're talking about the lights on the pathway, all of that's you're out here? Oh, okay. Okay. And when you said disposition of the ladder?
the old ladder.
Ladder truck.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the fire department. Because we did bring that up and that was repaired or something, the cracked thing. All right. So thank you for bringing that forward. I didn't notice. I'm sorry. I didn't notice that the pathway light was out or not working. Is that on your radar? It is now, right? Yeah. Okay. And I know we don't speak from the seat, but what did you say was your pet peeve?
Those lights.
The lights. Oh, okay, because they're constantly, okay. All right.
President, just in response to the change orders, I think, it's important to note that we've all basically said that, we're all holding ourselves accountable, not just the CFO, Mr. DiCarlo, the mayor. We all take onus in this. We received the information in the reports from the firehouse. It is acknowledged that this was a miss, and I believe everybody has said that. So I agree with Mr. Allman, but I believe it's not onus on one person. We are a team. We are supposed to work as a team, and we hope to do better.
Thank you.
Desiree, on the ladder truck, I'm 99% sure that that was traded in as part of the new.
Okay. Are there any hands raised? Anything? I think I see one.
Yes, there is one. Hello?
Good evening. I would like to know the opinion of each council member. This is Laura Sinclair from 864 Ridgewood Boulevard East here in the township. And I'd like to know the opinion of each council member in regards to the purchase of 450. I'm greatly concerned with the 100+ years trees, not only for the aesthetic value, and I'm sure Mr. Sears could attest to that, being he is the head of the green team, as well as he was in my backyard with Janet counting these trees about 2 years ago. But also what's very concerning is the drainage and the flooding. Once this property, if it is not purchased by the town and a bunch of these trees get ripped out, the drainage that will affect the school as well as 864, as well as all of Boulevard East. Not only the 7 to 10 deers that run through there every single day.
Mr. Poller, are we allowed to discuss that?
You know,
I'm asking for the opinion of each panel member. It appears to me
I'm sorry. I'm just going to speak with our attorney to see if that's within our purview, if we're allowed to discuss that. Please give me 1 minute.
All right. So this has come up before in a variety of methods. It's not really appropriate to start polling council people on individual issues, because if that's the case, your public meetings will be polling council people on a myriad of issues. If you recall what I had said last time, if any council person chooses on their own to make a statement of a position on a particular issue, that is their right to do it, as long as they're not disclosing, closed session items, which we've talked about and will be talking about. If people want to give general positions because they want to, they're entitled to. But to create the obligation for council people to respond to being polled is not appropriate.
Okay.
I guess I hear and I respect that. I'm just listening to
I'm sorry. I can't hear you. Can you repeat that?
Myself, sure. So it just appeared from the opening statement, it almost appeared pretty clear of who is not in favor of spending and others who is looking forward to purchasing a land that's...
You're cutting out again.
I was actually concerned, and I'm not asking him for his opinion, but I was curious to know, being head of the green team, Mr. Sears, I was curious to know his opinion on it. If I'm not able to know that, if he doesn't want to give his opinion, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, so I believe, Mr. Sears, you can speak for yourself, but I believe I personally don't feel comfortable casting my opinion, because I do believe it leads to, like Mr. Poller said, if other people come, why wouldn't I answer them? It's just, I'm not going to cast an opinion, but you can.
The only thing I can state is I did go up on a property, looked at the trees, and that's as far as I'm going to go with this right now.
Okay.
Because we still... I said I did 2 years ago go up and look at the property. Actually, it was longer than 2 years. I think May Sopkowitz was the one that asked me to go up there. And so that's all I can state right now until we get,
I'm hoping Mr. Sears, as head of the green team, and I know how important trees are to you, even doing that whole evaluation, that it's just that you could still have that mindset.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Is there anyone else that would like to come up, or anyone on the council that wanted to answer? Feel free. Okay, you can come on up. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Tommy Snee. I live at 772 Koch Peak Avenue. I apologize. I wasn't planning on speaking tonight, but I guess my question is for the attorney. So we've got things like 450 Pascack. We've got the swim club. We got a lot of big things going on. How do we find out where they all publicly stand on these issues prior to them voting on them? Because as a community, I think one of the things we should be stressing would be transparency. And I would think a poll, a straw poll, non-binding straw poll, would probably be one of the most transparent activities we could have.
Can I ask a question? What would be the difference if we gave you our opinion or we cast a vote?
Well, we know your opinion before you vote.
But how would that help? Why would that
Well,
change?
as a community, we can either come out to support those that are voting for us or voting against what we believe in. So as a community, we all know where you stand. So then we can try to rally the troops to say, we have 2 that are for, 3 that are against. So it's a case of understanding where your allegiances are before you vote. I personally think that's it's just basic transparency.
Okay, let me just kind of talk to that because, I think that watchword is really overused, transparency. If there was true transparency, we wouldn't have closed sessions and we wouldn't have any negotiations with anybody unless everybody in the entire county and state knew what everything was going on. So long and the short of it is, if somebody says where they stand, that may be what they're feeling today. But as it's been pointed out by, I know Councilman Sears has pointed out, and many other council people have pointed out, the facts change, the considerations change, the developments change. So on day one, somebody might say, I'm in favor of buying this tree. It's a fantastic tree. Okay. 2 days later, the arborist says the tree is dying and it'll be dead in a year. I think that maybe their vote might be different or their opinion might be different. So it's really counterproductive to start with, bringing out the troops and reacting to what somebody says. Now, on the other hand, if you know that there's an issue out there, and this issue is out there, just like the DPW was out there, and just like many other issues are out there, if you want to rally troops, get people to come, express opinions, everybody can. And you can give all that information to the council publicly, however you like to do it. Nobody's stopping anybody. But the council can't be in the business of disgorging every thought process during the whole process of a particular issue. And I've seen, and I'm sure everybody else has seen, an issue start out on day one as being a fantastic idea, and everybody's in favor of it. 9 months down the road, a year down the road, maybe things have changed and maybe people even back off and change their mind entirely. I mean, you can just witness that the DPW is a good example of something that was everybody was in favor of it. And then things developed later on and voting changed, considerations changed, and opinions changed. So I like transparency, but, it gets to the point of not that productive. It's just what I want to say. So, and as far as, what's being considered, I can tell you that it's pretty apparent that things that are being considered are always on the agenda. So if an issue is out there, everybody knows the issue is out there. Now, how people feel about it on day 1 or day 5 or day 30, that's a different issue. But the issues themselves, they are out there and everybody knows about them. They're very public, and people can react to them, and they often do. So I hope that's helpful.
Yeah, I think we'll just have to agree to disagree on the issue of transparency. And I personally don't see the downside of a non-binding straw poll for whether it be 450, the swim club, DPW, or anything like that, just to get a simple yay or nay on an issue. I'll respectfully disagree with you, but I certainly do appreciate the feedback. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Snape, Council President, I just want to say, the best thing you can do is just to come to the podium and make your voices heard. Now, I've been very vocal about my position on a lot of things, and I agree with you that it would be nice to know what our opinion is, but your best way is to come to a council meeting or email us and tell us what you think and why you agree with our opinion, or if you don't know our opinion, you'd like to hear back from us, or everybody is reachable. Give us a call. Lots of residents make a phone call. You're allowed to talk to your council people. It's not that you're not. please contact us and reach out to talk to us about what your opinion is and why you feel that way. The other thing is like, it's hard to say, I agree with Mr. Power wholeheartedly and 100%. But when other people come to us, like when we had Senator Shapezi come about our schools and we're telling us to reach out to our, representatives, it's the same. You have to do the same. You have to reach out to us and let us know your opinion because we were elected by you, the residents. Mr. C, you voted for us. So if, it is important for you to find out our positions. Absolutely. Your best way is to keep coming to the council meetings and talking to us or reaching out to us offline, asking for a meeting, emails. My cell phone number is on the town website. I'm always reachable. So thank you.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
May I just make a comment, Council President?
Sure. Hang on one second. Is that the same old hand?
No.
It's a new one?
There's a new one, Mr. Udina.
Okay, after Councilwoman Velez.
Just Mr. Snee, in response to your question, it's not a secret where I stand. I am in favor of purchasing property that is going to serve or benefit our community. And I think space, fields is one of those. So I've said it from the first day I started campaigning. I'm still saying it today. Anything that's going to benefit our children, our community, and not go into the hands of development, I'm in favor of.
Okay, who's on the?
Mr. Udina.
Mr. Udina?
Let's get him in here.
There, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, so Anthony Udina, 450 Pascack. I don't live at 450 Pascack, I'm sorry.
I guess that's what you're calling about.
I think you know what I'm going to be talking about. 876 Ridgewood Boulevard East. That's where I live.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, I missed whatever comments were made earlier about 450 Pascack in this meeting, and I couldn't get to the meeting tonight. I just want to say, basically, a lot of people have spoken about 450 Pascack, preservation of it. It's been many years that this has been a topic, and you're all talking now about coming to meetings and talking and, voicing our opinions, and that's how we get heard, and that's how, the public interest gets, happens for whether we preserve that land, acquire it, or whatever. I just want to state the obvious that, 450 has been a discussion for so long that many, many people have talked about it in favor of preserving it or acquiring it. And I just hope that that length of time has not lessened the effect of people's voices for that. And for anyone that is not thinking of voting for either acquiring it or preserving it, just know it's been there for a long time. A lot of people are in support of it. And, I just really hope that the effect of what people have said about it is not lessened because of that really long length of time. Another thing that, I agree with what Mr. Snee said earlier about what he talked about, but maybe we could have notice before there is a vote on 450 Pascack. I know it's on the agendas. But I would not want a case where it comes out of closed session and you decide to do a vote and now the public can't come again to reemphasize their support for it. So if it's on the agenda, great, people can rally together and then come to the meeting and talk in public session before there's a vote. And maybe that'll make more people, more of the council members be in favor of it. But I just really hope that the discussions that people have made in the past, with this really long length of time have not lessened. So that's just a comment. Another thing I just want to note is that how important that property is. And basically, when properties like that go to a board or something, and the applicants, experts talk about it, obviously they're going to say everything's great. Traffic's going to be great. Stormwater drainage is going to be great. But nobody looks at it after the fact. There's a lot of activity around our town of development, and then all of a sudden you see in the PASCAC press a report of something negative that happens after those developments. You know, high density housing is just horrible. Just a couple examples. Basically, you know, a recent thing in the PASCAC press was Washington School needing to be expanded. Why does it need to be expanded? Well, because of, you know, more people, you know, could be high density housing, anticipating all that, you know, that's an after effect that people don't think about. Another thing that I saw in the PASCAC press was the Tri-Borough EMS. They're asking for more money because the number of calls that they get is increasing a lot. Because, and it says in the article itself, because of high density housing, they get more calls from assisted living facilities. All this stuff.
1 minute left, Mr. Udina.
Thank you. You know, Park Ridge, James, after that thing was built, I saw articles in the PASCAC press about flooding around it. Montvale, you know, Suez Veolia, or whatever they're called, they need to add expansion reservoirs, like, you know, huge reservoirs because of demand on water. Even in Westwood, there was an article about a health emergency at one of their facilities, one of the buildings, where somebody passed out by their door and they couldn't open the front door, so they had to get a ladder truck to go around the building and break open a window on one of the levels there. You can't do that at 450 PASCAC. You can't get a ladder truck back there if something like that happens. So basically my point is, you know, a lot of stuff happens afterwards because of these developments, and nobody thinks about it. Like it's something that when it's being talked about in a zoning or planning board meeting, you know, everybody engineer that talks about it thinks everything's great, but afterwards it's just, you know, nobody thinks of these effects that happen afterwards. So that's just basically my comments. I didn't have any questions. So hopefully we get notice before a vote on 450. So thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to come up, or is there anyone online?
Council President, can we just reiterate that we don't take votes in closed session?
Oh, yes.
That's something he said at the beginning. Mr. Udina said in the beginning.
I know. I think he said you guys discussed it in closed session, then you come out and you vote, and we don't have an opportunity to talk about it.
So just we don't vote on it.
Right.
It's discussed.
Right.
Okay. We have another hand up here.
Okay. Who is it?
Happy New Year. This is Joseph Scalia, 13 Ridge Boulevard East. I hope you're all doing well. And once again, Happy New Year. I just want to reiterate several of the comments that we heard today. I think we all agree that we have started seeing a lot of progress in town. And I do want to acknowledge the mayor and the council for progress that is happening in the town, such as what's happening with the expansion of the road by Seasons, some improvements around our athletic fields and departments. But we can't be short-sighted when we know that our town is expanding rapidly. We know that Washington School is outdated. We know that this is going to happen in the next several years with an expansion of Washington School. And I don't understand the hesitation. This 450 property has expanded several mayors who have tried to make acquisition, and now we have the opportunity with the due diligence that the council has done, looking at the cost and also the appraisal of the property. We know the feasibility of putting a road on that property is very, very difficult. It would take significant variances to get approved. And we know that we don't have enough athletic space today, even with the swim club, which I was in favor for. So I just want you to continue thinking long term. Even if we buy the property and we don't know exactly what we want to do with it, it's okay to sit on property, right? The one thing that we don't have that we can do more in this town is get more property. So it's in the best interest of the town to preserve property and then determine what we need to do at a time where it may be needed versus adding potentially housing or high density or low income housing in an area that is not meant for it. So I want to thank you all for making the improvements, but let's not be short-sighted in what we're doing. For $13 or $10 per resident for this acquisition is a small cost to pay for really preserving land that we will need in the near future. The one question I do have, which I'm not sure if you can answer, has there been any discussions with the council members or other members of the town with a potential builder? And if that can be disclosed, I'm not asking what the conversation, but is council members or planning board meeting with a builder around 450 and discussing opportunities for that land? And that's something that many residents would like to know if that's happening behind closed doors. So thank you and Happy New Year again.
Happy New Year.
So just to be clear, the question is, are
Any council members meeting with any developers regarding 450, correct, Mr. Scalia?
That is correct.
I would like to know that also.
I'm going to say no. No, there are no council members at all meeting with any developers or anyone interested in that property. The answer is no.
The answer is no.
The answer is no from me.
Okay.
But I do agree with you, Mr. Sia. I couldn't have said it any better myself. Thank you for the call.
And as well, thank you for honoring what you ran on. And Ms. Feeney, also, thank you for living the commitments that you made during your run for the position. So thank you both very much for your consistency.
Thank you. Is there anyone else's hand?
There is this one now. I don't think that's that was just easy enough. No.
No. Okay.
We're good.
Let's see.
No benedictions. No benedictions.
Okay.
We're good here.
So
We can go.
we're adjourning. Okay. So motion to adjourn?
So move.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the next meeting of the Township Council again will be January 17th, 2023, beginning at 7:30 p.m. Sign up for Nixle, text 07676 to 888-777. Key code is Township, TWPBERGEN.